recordings anyway. So
Doesn't fall on
yeah. V'lachein im nifsak chut echad min hashmayna chutin hatluyin. So now here he explains what we just said. V'lachein im nifsak chut echad min hashmayna chutin hatluyin. If one string gets cut from the 8 that are hanging, afilu nifsak legamri ad hachulius. Even if it gets, like we just said again, if one string gets cut, even if it gets cut totally down to here. Shita diksher, it's pasuk kosher. Kivan shechutza inirak chatzi chut. This is only a half a string, right? You still have the whole other half. You have much more than the amount to make a bow. But if 2 strings get cut, and let's say 2 of these strings get cut, and you don't have 4 fingers with over here. Right? Right. So if you choshed that these
you didn't separate it when
are
you
the
tied.
same, meaning you didn't make sure that these 4 stay on this side and these 4 stay on this side. So now it's unlike what Ami was just saying, and we have to be choshed that it's the same one, and therefore then imkain hatzitza psulo.
So what's 2? What's 2? I don't understand what's 2.
Because
he says if you have 2, you're good, but 3 is no good. Originally, what's 2? It's either 4. He said 2 is still good. Is that on the same side, even if you don't know? What's 2?
Why is he saying 2? And he says 3.
But 3 is already not good. So according to what we're explaining, what is good with 2 and not good with 3? By us, it's either if you know it's separated, then it's good until 4. Or if you don't know if it's separated, you're bad at 2. Here, saying 2 is still good, but 3 you're already not good.
So added to 4.
Huh?
So 2
is good. Yeah. How is it good?
Why not? He says it's only good because there's 4 fingers with left.
But 3 not.
What?
Even if it has 4 fingers left, 3 is also good.
That's the rule. That's the halacha.
According to
but
what
if it has 4 agudolim, no,
Huh?
why should it be puzzled? He's going back 2 lines here. He's saying, see what it says. If 3 strings get broken, and even if each one has 4 agudolim, the 4th string is fine.
Right.
Completely. He's not
psul. This is not halacha. He didn't say we got it. No, but why? If we
no, according to what we said.
Well, yeah, the way we understand halacha, it shouldn't be a problem, right?
Why, if one chut is totally nifsak?
Not one.
One is totally gone. Then
2 only on one side.
The second case he's saying is if 3 strings get broken, even if they have 4 fingers with left, and the 4th one is shalem, he's saying it's no good.
Doesn't say it's all on one side.
What are you saying, Dave?
Can I ask a stupid question? Why does it have to be shlemus? Why can't I tie it together to make it the right amount, right length?
What are you saying?
If it rips off, let me just tie it back together.
Oh, of course you could do that. That's no problem.
Yeah, that's no issue.
Why not?
Why don't people do that?
You want to readjust it? So he says.
But you usually don't find it.
No. It's cut in half.
You usually don't find it. You notice.
What do you mean? It's
you use it as a bookmark.
You're supposed to use it as a bookmark. Exactly. Nobody ties it back together.
Yeah, because we're a wealthy society. So you just go to the store, you buy yourself another pair of tzitzis. He brings here from the Prima Gadim that even though it might be kosher, there's still an Indian that all your tzitzis should have some length to it. So Mamela, you should readjust it. So untie it and then readjust the strings. Yeah.
So there really should be no reason to lose a pair of tzitzis or a talis because they're string length. Worst case scenario, you find the string that's not being used anymore, you just attach it.
Yeah, okay. That's fine.
Somebody else's string.
You should start a string gemach.
I just don't know why there isn't.
Okay, so no, you thought of it, so you should do it.
And then Miss Askin will take you.
Maybe if you go in
And-
with me, if you help me, then.
And you're
it
also in
should
a
fit.
power position.
Wait,
You're in a power position as a Gabasheni.
I'm totally confused.
I
I thought
lose
that
credibility.
you have 4 strings, right? You bend, you turn, you go, make them go over the loop, and then you go tie your knots, 7, 8, 11, 13, right? With
Yeah.
the 2 knots
Yeah.
in between, right? If you've got that loop, and then you've got your 7, 8, 11, 13, and all the strings below the double knot on the 13 are all gone. I thought that was okay. Now we're saying that's not okay?
What do you mean? After your last knot, you have nothing hanging down? Is that what you're talking about?
Right?
Last double knot.
After the last double, you have nothing?
No.
So it's a machlokes. It's a machlokes. The Kitzur is paskening like the machlim.
Shigura is not muscle.
No,
Okay.
we lichatchila, we pasken like the machmirim. He doesn't bring the tzad in Shulchan Aruch that it goes from the first knot closest to the beged, which is why he says in loy b'shas hatchak in the bracket. At least in mine, it's in brackets. He says in loy b'shas hatchak. Yeah. Okay. I don't know. I hear you, Kasha. So I don't know what to do with that, Kasha. Why he's saying 3 should be different. Either way.
That's what I'm thinking. You all the 3, because in that situation, you have all these 4 knots. You almost never have a broken string if you really if you've got your 7, 11, 13 and everything's all intact.
Right.
It's just the stuff on the bottom.
Yeah. So then let's see. So let's say 2 of the strings break, right? Right. 2 of the strings break. And neither side, meaning 2 strings are broken all the way down to the bottom. Right? Close the place. And if we're choshed that they're 1 string, then the tzitza is psula. But if you know that they're each one from a separate string, when you were tying the tzitzis, dictate you were careful. Likshar tamid arba rashim shebetzad zeh, that he said already. So sif hey. And now 2 strings got cut from one side of the knot. Then you know for sure that it's from 2 different strings. Since you know that there's 4 fingers with still left, and even more on the other side of the knot. All right, the tzitz, that particular tzitz is kosher. Right?
What if you have 2 gedolim here and 2 gedolim here?
What do you mean? So again, let's just
2
repeat what
here
he's
and
saying.
2 here.
Because a lot of, unfortunately, a lot of people just, when one of the tzitz gets cut, they just throw out the tzitzis. They think it's puzzle. That's for sure. According to all things, if 1 string gets cut,
Why is it a bad
even
thing?
if it gets cut down to here, why is it a bad thing? It's just a waste of money. That's all.
Now that I heard there's a tzitza shortage.
Is there a tzitz shortage?
Yeah, I said he went, sorry about that, tzitza went that responsible.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, but
True, I ordered tzitzis before Sukkot.
the Dave Winterberg, you can buy them on Amazon, by the way. The Dave Winterberg fix works great. Just tie it back together.
Yeah, Dave
Okay,
Winterberg.
But anyway, so again, if 1 string goes down all the way to the bottom, no problem. If it's 2 strings on this side, also not a problem.
If you kept
As long as you know for sure that you kept each one separated when you tied it. Because you know the other end, the point is that the other end has got plenty of length to it. 3, he already says is puzzle.
unclear
If
why.
you had 3 strings cut, that's puzzle.
But you have 4
Right?
gedolim on the other side.
That's the question that we have here, why that's puzzle. Why is he saying that that's puzzle? I'm not sure why he's saying that that's puzzle, to be honest with you. I'll have to look into it. I'll have to look into it for next week, Bez Hashem. Yeah. Anyway, so that's basically what we're saying. So, like we said, if 1 string gets cut here, right, by the necked,
No
then
good.
that's no good because that's automatic. That the string, you need to have 4 full strings. At least the
So like that, like he said, maybe you could tie it that back together.
Oh, yeah, you want to take them apart and then redo the strings?
No, just take
No,
the two
where
ends
it's going
and
through
tie
the
it together.
hole,
That's not one string.
Tie it together is
What do
not
you say,
one-
Matt?
where it went through the hole,
Right?
right, by the baguette. If it breaks, tie it back together.
Doesn't make one string.
I mean, just tie the two strings together. That's what you're saying?
Mhm.
Like tie it
No, in the hole.
like this? I'm saying in the hole.
From the
like-
hole, from inside the hole.
I'm saying, let's say this is inside the hole. You want to take both ends and tie it like that? That's what
A
you're
double
saying?
knot. That's it.
No, because then I don't think that works because that's it has to be one shalom. It has to be a complete string.
Oh, you can't.
Knotting it together is not gonna.
You
Right.
said why not?
No. It's not yours.
What I'm saying is, over here,
He said why not?
if
Right.
it breaks here, tie them together over here. By
What do you
the
mean? You're
baguette.
gonna
If
tie
one of these
both-
if one of these gets broken, it's puzzle, correct?
correct.
So Dave said it could perhaps, if it got broken over here, you could tie, you said possibly could tie it together. I'm saying tying it together over here. by the
No,
baguette.
it's not. No, what Dave, I don't think Dave meant to tie.
You
Excuse
mean
me, I don't
that?
think Dave meant to tie it together. What he meant is you untie the whole tzitzis,
Oh, the whole thing.
untie everything, and then pull the string so that it's now all equal again.
Ah.
That's that, which would work in your scenario too. Would work in your scenario too.
Okay.
You're just gonna have one that's a lot shorter than
No,
the
I
other.
was going
No,
to
Dave
take
just
another
found-
string and put it
Just
together.
found one on the floor and he just ties it again,
Yeah.
ties it.
Yeah, that's
Well,
what I was.
how's it like a bakery box? He tied the string that tore. She doesn't
Yeah.
drop the cake. That's what he's saying. From Siakam, not as sophisticated as your problem.
No, okay. I'm sorry, Dave. I'm sorry.
We all understood David a different way than you.
Dave, your mama Sharishan, what should I tell you?
We all understood him differently than you.
I don't know. We're gonna go with the original header.
Listen, I don't know what you were saying, but to tie two ends together doesn't work. Is that what you were saying?
Yes.
Okay, so let's go
I'm
back to the
sorry,
original
I'm
question.
sorry.
Why
Okay,
not?
so you got it right. Okay, you were right. I'm sorry. No, that doesn't work. That doesn't work. I thought you meant untie the whole thing and then readjust.
No.
Very good. Okay, that I get. That
No, but that's
But
what he
why
says. in the
doesn't-
footnote. He thinks.
so good. So back to
That's
my
more
original
work.
question. Why do you need shlemos then?
What do you mean? It's you're starting from scratch again. One got knocked down, so then you just readjust.
No. Okay, so if the string snaps in half, why can't I just double knot it together?
Right.
Because then that's okay. So you got him right. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what, let's talk tachlis. Half of this, one of the sits gets torn on your zipper. Okay? Okay, we've all.
Practical rabbinics.
very
Practical
We've all
rabbinics.
had that
There you go.
issue. So Dave
Yeah.
says, pick up the one that dropped and tie it back to the one.
I hear. I don't think that doesn't work because it's not a shalom. It's not a shalom.
Well,
right?
why do you need a shalom?
You don't need a shalom if you have the dollar, the diamond.
Right,
So
if
what's
it's
the
a
point?
measurement, if it's a,
So
if
then
it's,
what do you need
one
it
second,
for?
if it's
So
a
why do you
certain
need it?
length, then why do I care?
So then why do you have to do that for? Just leave it.
What do you mean?
It's
No, because if
kosher,
I
it's
need
kosher.
let's say four of them go. If four of them go,
No, then it's puzzle. That's not going to make it kosher.
so okay, so I'm gonna make it kosher by putting them together.
You're not going to make it.
Why does it
kosher.
have to be a shalom? Why does it have to be a shalom?
That's
Why does it be a
just.
complete string?
I don't have a maramokum for you. I don't. I just think that's what.
That's what
the
I'm
string-
saying. Nobody goes around with a double knot on their tzitzis strings. But
I don't know
just,
if that's a
right.
riot and nobody goes around like that. But
Well, clearly it doesn't. No one's doing it. But that's
I just
Well,
saved Dave.
It's not allowed.
I just saved Dave. I just put two,
Right.
two Amazon links on the chat. There are still people selling tzitzit strings on the chat. On
okay,
Amazon.
there you go. Okay. Anyways, so yeah, let's see what. Zesha Amarnu, yeah, near the end of Yud Gimel. Zesha Amarnu Shem Nifsa Chut Echad V'Nisham Mimenu K'dei Aniva K'Sheira. This that we said that if one chut gets broken and if there's left a bow that's kosher, Zel Davkin B'Shas Asiyah, or you call a chut and Aruch in Kashir. That's only if you have the regular shear when it was tied together. Then it got broken. Meaning the regular shear is 12 agudolim, right? The regular shear for tzitzis length is 12 fingers width, not 4. 4 is only in b'diavad.
That's long strings.
Well, it's not long.
Not your fingers, not your fingers.
Wow, that might-
1,200.
So, meaning again, lechatchila, you cannot make your tzitzis, right? If you have your tzitzis shortage, so you order your tzitzis strings from Amazon, and then you decide to share it with all your friends because you have 4 agudolim as the share, right? That doesn't work. It's only you need 12 agudolim. 4 agudolim only works b'diavad. If it got ripped, then the 4 agudolim is okay.
Maybe that's why people throw it away.
More machmer.
Okay, maybe. Yeah. But if there's only one string short, rak mashum min ashir, then and there's only a little bit of the shear, then it's puzzle, right? Which we saw this many times by in Hilchos Tzitzis. It's an interesting thing. It comes from the V'asu Lahem Tzitzis, right? That's what we saw. That it says you have to make tzitzis. So when you make the tzitzis in the first place, it has to be lechatchila. But once they become more puzzle, then after you made them, they become a little bit more puzzle. Obviously, it becomes puzzle all the way. Then there's nothing to talk about, right? But as long as there is some form of measurement, then it's going to be okay. Meaning, even though lechatchila it's not okay, but b'diavad it's going to be okay because we learned from asu, right? Which we said. Remember that we also said that when you have the hole, right? So the hole has to be, what was it? It has to be the thumbs. This, you know, what I mean, it has to be perfectly from here. But once it's on there and you tear it, as long as there's anything there, then it's going to be, then it's kosher. You can sew it. You don't even have to sew it up.
No, but if you go on,
Even though to make the tzitzis like that lechatchila is not allowed, right? Okay, so again, the Kitzur is not bringing the shita that says that these shiurim go from down here, not from up here. So that if you do from down here, it's much more. It's really hard to get a puzzle of tzitzis. Yeah.
Even everything around it's basically it's still kosher.
Correct. Yeah. As long as you have 2 knots. As long as you have 2 knots and you have
do we
4,
hold that?
We b'diavad we hold it. Yeah. You certainly don't have to take off your tzitzis in the street if it's only from here. We're certainly going to rely on the sheetas that it's down here.
So what about like for chinuch purposes? Let's say your kids basically everything's around besides
That's the way it is, right? That's the way it is.
Yeah,
it's far. It's really far. It's really far.
And you can make a bracha on it?
What is that, chinuch?
Is that chinuch? I don't know.
Do they know the difference? Do they know the
You have to ask
difference?
the mechanchen. Yeah,
It's supposed to be for any square garment that needs it or something.
correct.
So what about a shawl?
A shawl. Yes, so it depends. If it's 4-cornered shawl and it's meant to be worn, then you need tzitzis. Yeah. Scarf. If it meets the measurement, then it could be. What do we say? In inches it is 24 inches, 18 inches, 21 inches. Yeah.
No, I should introduce my Mishigas into this year or not?
Oh, we didn't get to there yet?
They want to know
No,
which
no,
number you
you're
got.
not close. You're not close.
No, come on. He controls himself so well. The mute button.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, he's talking about for chinuch purposes. He wants to give his son a puzzle of tzitzis, yeah?
No, it's not
So
possible. It's kosher.
Avram
He's saying it's kosher. It's just not the
Proper chinuch.
So Avram Avinu was teaching Yishmael Hachnasas Arachim by feeding people who don't eat. Okay, so was he Yotzeh chinuch?
Right, I heard you arguing with this Benny Lachman.
He was shechting animals for people who don't eat. No. So what's the chinuch? Is it chinuch or
guess
not?
like that?
That's good.
Yeah. Okay. So all right, let's see back. Yeah. You have them speechless back here on that one. They don't know.
Well,
from
I
these
didn't-
things.
I
They're still
didn't-
stuck on
We
the-
got a lot
they're
more where that
speechless.
came from.
They're speechless. They're speechless back here in Bayswater. They know.
We got a lot more where that came from.
Anyways, okay, so your dalit is actually, it's interesting. Chutei hatzitza So the strings of the tzitzis, this is exactly what you're talking about. Tzrichen liyos shezurin, they need to be spun, right? And if any of the chutim separate from the shazira, these are glued?
No.
Well, I don't want to rip it. I don't want to undo it. I don't want to undo it. But you know, when the tzitzis become unraveled, what do they call when you put them in the washing machine? They have, right? They become unraveled.
Frayed.
Unraveled.
Great.
What?
Frayed.
Braid. There you go. Braid. Yeah.
That's
Right. Vim eze chut nifrad mishizirasoi. If one of the chutim gets separated, azai kol haporot nechshav kilu nektat ve'ena. Then wherever it's separated, we look at it as if it doesn't exist. Oh, there we go.
You can cut that part off.
You can cut it off. I mean, it's as if it's not there. Meaning,
You don't have to cut it off.
so that's what people ask. Like it gets frayed at the end. So usually it doesn't. Well, kids tzitzis maybe do. But yes, sometimes it gets frayed till here. Okay, so we look at it as if it doesn't exist. You still have all this left, so you're fine. It's only if it gets frayed, mamish, all the way down to here, which I think is very rare, right? Then it's as if it doesn't exist.
At that point, your wife already buys new tzitzis for your kid.
What?
At that point, your wife already buys new tzitzis for the kid.
Probably, yeah. But here's the thing: they say that this is not negeya to our tzitzis. This halacha is not negeya to our tzitzis because our tzitzis, each one of these things, it's basically what this is made out of. It's made out of multiple. Each one of these, I don't know what you call them.
Threads,
I guess.
Strands.
Each one of these strings has 4 threads.
Threads, whatever. It's made out of multiple strands.
Yeah.
Couple shmoina, something like that.
Yeah. Okay. So right. So but because of that, then even if the two get separated, it's not going to be a problem.
Can you cut it off and use for Hanukkah? So it works.
That's what some people do. No.
I don't know.
They use tzitzis or wicks.
I think so.
When they
some
throw
people
away
use
tzitzis,
old
that's how they
tzitzis for the
dispose
Hanukkah
They don't
nairs.
wait, they don't
Am
do
I
it.
making that up?
I never heard of it before.
Some put it into svarim. That somebody already said. Some put it into
Yeah.
svarim.
When I was
Along
little,
with
I
the
used to
beard
do
hairs,
it.
right?
The
And
cheapskates
then,
who don't want to
and
pay
then,
for burial.
You don't have to bury. You can throw out your tzitzis in the garbage.
Yeah, but it's better to do it in.
I think the beard hairs are a surprise. It's not on purpose. The
Yes,
tzitzis
it
on
is.
purpose. The
No,
tzitzis
the
is on
beard hairs
purpose.
the beard hairs is on purpose. If you go to Chassidish place and you open a Gemara, and they put the beard, they hold this kedusha to the beard hairs. Yes.
What?
Yeah. What? Nobody ever heard this?
No.
I never heard it. No.
You never heard this?
I know.
Ask Aaron. Aaron, did Aaron ever hear of it?
Of course. Yes.
That's why I do it.
Some Hasidim don't touch the beard at all. They hold its kedusha. Rizal says you're not supposed to touch the beard, and some say the beard hairs are kaddish. They put it into
Rizal said you're not supposed to touch the
I think we have it around the
Some
Amazon.
say that.
No, there was a mice when he touched Shabbos. Shabbos, he didn't
No,
take
but they say no.
That was
They
the-
say
the
the
Steiner,
shroud
no?
is kedusha. There's those that say there's
Some
kedusha.
say.
So everything is some say. I'm telling you, I once opened the Sefer in a Hasidic place. If I tell you there was more beard here and there than I'm telling you.
Letters.
It was crazy. It was mamish disgusting.
How
Okay.
isn't that still allowed? Isn't something like nauseating not allowed?
Yeah, but
The what?
Isn't
What'd you
something
say,
that's
Dave?
nauseating not allowed?
Who?
Nauseating.
You say Baltashaktu. Baltashaktu.
About the sharks, so maybe I don't know. I guess for them it's not.
I mean,
Listen,
I don't want to say anything because I know nothing about it, but maybe it's more about the shocks for a Jewish man not to have a beard, folks.
Whoa.
No,
Yeah,
no, it's not
very
true.
good.
I wish we had more time. Aaron's getting started.
This is the morning
The daf is gonna be quite
conversation, no?
interesting tonight.
the daf is gonna be quite interesting tonight. Aaron's just getting started.
Yeah. What do you call it? There was something. Yeah. No, because it's still kosher, so you can. The shaila is, can you put the wax? Anybody have tzitzis like that?
Wax?
You ever say, my talis has what they do. Well, some of them put
Like
super
glue,
glue, glue or wax. Some have it
Glue
over
it.
here, some doesn't. What?
The glue on the knot and the
Yeah, so on the
tip of
footnote here,
Crazy.
it brings that if you see it starting to get frayed, so what you should do is you should tie a knot.
I used to do that.
right?
I used to do that.
Meaning, if you see it starting to get frayed, so then you tie a knot. What's wrong with there being a knot at the end? You just tie a knot, and that will stop the fray.
Misleading.
What do you say?
Misleading. So then people are gonna attach their strings.
Yeah.
That's all I heard.
Bike.
Yeah.
The bookbinders light them on fire, like the string on the bookbinding. They light the nylon on fire to stop it from unraveling.
Okay. Yeah, right. Okay, let's just do test vav because I don't know what's flying in test vav. I have no idea what kind of begadim they had in test vav. So talis sheyesh bo tzitzis v'neflikos l'shnei chalavim. Seems like you had a two-layered. I don't know if it's two-layered or the talis is made out of two sections. A two-section talis. They're attached from two sides. What are you saying?
The beged. That's why they
The
have
beg.
this, right?
You mean like that's why that's that, like some of the Chassidish have that, the Rebbe's have the Torah doing through the middle.
Like a
That's what you're
ribbon.
talking about. So that was because the Kalesim came with two.
I mean, mine, this red came out, I could stick my hands in there.
No, it seems like it's two. It seems like halfway through the talus. Every talus is made
That's
out of
what it
two
sounds
parts
like.
that get sewn
At
together.
one time, they were not able to make it.
It must be. That's where that middle seam thing comes
Listen,
from.
if
You're
you're
right.
that big,
I
if
never
that
thought
big of
about
a guy, he had
Bummy
that.
has 250 tallis, the size 50. With
Yeah.
the sewn in.
No, that middle seam was for so when you fold it, it doesn't wear the cloth.
No,
It's a
he has two
binding.
tallis.
I don't know what it's, but I could hear either way. Either way, so it sounds like there's two sections to the talus. So sometimes you detach them from each other in order to wash them. Or to fix it, and then you sew it back up. So so since mistama, each half of the talus is kosher enough.
It's big enough.
Meaning each one, you're taking two pieces of the talus together, right? So he's assuming that each half on its own is a kosher talus.
Big enough to be.
Correct. Even though we put two together because we want a bigger talus, right? Meaning, basically, what it sounds like the reform talus that go over the shoulders, mistama is enough, right? And so we double it over. This
I'm saying, you can see that talis cotton is enough, so for sure for talis gadol, a lot less than the talis gadol is enough.
Right. So that's what you say. You can take the tzitzis from either side that you want, right? And then after you attach the talus, you go back and you tie them. You put them on, right? So I think what he's saying is because tasavulam and awesome, meaning let's say you broke the talus in half. Now it's puzzle. So then you for sure have to take the tzitzis off and retie them, right? Because the talus is puzzle, means the tzitzis were on before you were chayav. But here he's saying even though Lamaisa it's a big enough share.
So why not?
So he's saying because it's I guess it looks like you're making it puzzle. So Mamela retie them. But if each half of the talus doesn't have enough of a shear, then you have to take off all the tzitzis. Right? Each one becomes patur. Once you reattach these two halves of the talus, when it's five tzitzis, the sharna boy rishana pasul mushum tasav and also kedelo sifo. Then bechelek echad yesh by kedei ituv, and bechelek echad ein by kedei ituv. Right? Let's say one half of the talus does have enough, and the other half of the talus does not have.
So use them.
Then yoser as a tzitzis bechelek zeh shein by kedei ituv. Then you only have to take off the tzitzis from the part that doesn't have enough of a shear, because then it's going to be.
It says that Meikar it's good. Just yachne. I don't know. It doesn't say why. Meikar if you have two halves and you connect them, it's good.
Correct. Yeah. Okay, so I don't know. I never heard of this people doing with this talus, but yeah.
The tzitzis itself have to be done by hand
What are you saying?
or machine.
The tzitzis themselves.
Who makes all the knots and everything like that?
The